The following segment is sponsored by Intermountain Health. Eating disorders affect tens of millions of Americans, but support is available and recovery is possible. Jennifer Wilke is a registered dietitian nutritionist with Intermountain Health, and she is here to talk about steps to nutritional rehabilitation. Jennifer, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
This is such an important topic. How many people are actually affected by eating disorders?
Tens of millions of Americans are affected by eating disorders. In fact, over the course of their lifetime, an estimated 30 million Americans will be diagnosed with an eating disorder.
So let's talk about what it is specifically. What is disordered eating?
So there's a difference between disordered eating and eating disorder. There's sort of a crossover point.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So disordered eating is essentially when someone starts to develop an unhealthy relationship with food, but it's not necessarily life interfering. Once someone has an eating disorder, then they cross over into something that is absolutely life interfering. It can interfere with their family relationships, with their work, with their stress, and it's debilitating.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for explaining the difference, because I know I didn't really understand that. And eating disorders can affect anyone, right? It's not just a certain type of person.
Yes, that's an important fact to know. Eating disorders can affect all genders, ages, ethnicities, races, socioeconomic status, and any sort of identification, sexual orientation.
Okay.
So yeah, it does run the gamut.
And I really think this next question is so important. What are some signs that someone is struggling with an eating disorder so we can see it, acknowledge it, and get them help? What are some signs that we're looking for? Yeah,
this is especially important. So some signs would be, is someone starting to develop that unhealthy relationship with food? For instance, are they thinking about food too often? Are they overanalyzing what they eat, or feeling guilty about what they've just eaten? Certainly an intense fear of gaining weight, unintentional and rapid weight loss, throwing up after eating, and then if someone was eating an enormous amount of food in a very short period of time, and more specifically feeling out of control when they're doing that.
Okay, so we're seeing the signs, we understand them. What are some steps to restoring nutritional rehabilitation?
So first and foremost, we want to make sure that someone is medically and emotionally stable. Emotionally stable because suicidal ideation is very, very common with eating disorders.
Okay.
Beyond that, then we would go into what's called nutritional rehabilitation. And so that looks like managing or restoring someone's weight. It looks like establishing a healthy relationship with food. What does that look like for that individual?
Okay.
And then looking at the core issues or causes behind the eating disorder. So why did someone develop that unhealthy relationship with food, weight, or body image? And then lastly, we would set some achievable goals that would help them move towards experiencing a healthy relationship with food.
All right, and we want to end, this segment on, on a hopeful note. Full rehabilitation is available, correct? You can recover.
Absolutely. There is help and there is hope.
There we go. Okay, where can we go for more information, Jennifer?
For more information, you can go to intermountainhealth.org.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about this important topic.
Absolutely.